Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. I may be speaking a little bit quieter because the walls are thin and I don't want to wake up my neighbours because this is an early morning reading. I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm going to be ringing a bell just to cleanse the space around us, but because it's early morning, I have a little baby one. It's teeny tiny. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device now. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, this is so teeny tiny. I got it from a charity shop and it's so cute. There we go. Okay, that'll do. Now, please know that my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Anything that comes up in the areas of law, finance, mental health, or physical health, I'm not qualified in those areas. I don't claim to be. So take it as it resonates, and please gain advice and guidance from those who are qualified if you need to. Okay. Not this one. I don't want to go. Okay. Top or bottom? Top. Let's see what wants to come out today. Is someone moving home, or is someone having issues with home life? There's some sort of worry when it comes to home. And the card that came out was the Reaper. For the birth of something new to manifest, the death of something holding you back is inevitable. I didn't take the book out with me, which is really annoying. I wish I had. And you also have Coming of Darkness, which is number 7. All the light is dimming. Life is withering at the core. Are you ready? Okay, so there's definitely some sort of change coming in. There's definitely a change coming in for someone here. Who's holding on? There may be a need to let go of something, or maybe that's a decision you've already made to let go of something here, to arrive at something new. Okay, let me pop you away. Let's get some clarity on this. Oh my gosh, I'm quite excited for you, you know that, just with these 2 cards. Super exciting. Are you ready for this new change, for this new thing coming in? For someone specifically, a new love, but I'm getting movement, travel. So that's why I was feeling like someone might be moving home, renovating home. Can I get some clarity on these 2 cards? First on the Reaper. Let's see. So you've got the 10 of Cups here. There is definitely something to do with an unhappy home. Someone making a decision, or someone has to make a decision to walk away from something that is just not for your highest and greatest good. And it's almost the energy of, and I didn't even see this card in here. That's just down the side of my washing machine. It says new offer. There's this energy of when we're sat in, it isn't the South Node, but it is slightly. It's like being in a dysfunctional relationship, but the dysfunction is ever so nuanced that it's almost normalized. And then you get comfortable being either resentful or unhappy or not completely being your true self. And I don't know if this is past energy, because then it's really difficult to come out of that situation because you end up being tethered to the other person or to those people. Maybe you have responsibilities of having to pay the bills, look after the children, whatever that may be for you. Removing yourself from something like that, it's courageous. It's difficult, but it's courageous to do so. And I'm only using that as an example. It's not going to be just for that as the reading. So if you don't resonate with that, that's not for you. I don't know if this is a parent that you're walking away from. I don't know if this is a sibling, a cousin. It could be that you were married and had children and you're having to walk away from your spouse. The Reaper being there for birth of something new to manifest, the death of something holding you back is inevitable. So there is a need to let go of something. Now, for some of you, you may have already done this and you're already walking away, or this has happened a year ago. Take it as it resonates, because, you know, my readings are timeless, which means whenever you see them and it resonates, it's for you, whether I've posted it and you're watching it right now or in a year's time. But also, I'm picking up on past, present and future energy. For some of you, this is a choice that you need to be making. This is something that maybe you've been kind of like dancing around. For others, you've already done this. It may have been a week, a month, a year. And for others, this can be from the past and it's coming around for a reason. because I've had that before. I remember when I first started tarot reading, and I remember someone asking me why does that matter? I've gone past that, and it was energy from 15 years before. If spirit brings something up for you that you dealt with a long time ago, but they're showing that to you right now and going, have a look at this. If you dismiss that, there is either going to be a red herring or even a green flag that you may not see. And you're either going to walk into a situation that isn't for you, or you may miss one that is for you. There's no coincidences in life. I don't believe there are any coincidences. So let's have some clarity on the Ten of Cups, please. Ten of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. This could be, did someone work in a family business? Did you work together with somebody? There's also this energy of there being a lack of equilibrium when it comes to money, when it comes to who is the breadwinner. And there's nothing wrong with one person being a stay-at-home parent and the other person goes to work and provides. If that's the roles that you like in your relationship, perfect, as long as it's healthy, right? I'm not getting that. I'm getting, especially when we're talking about the Reaper card with change, because the number underneath there is 32, condensing down to a 5. This is talking about letting go of some sort of, I heard need to be valued by overgiving, and that could be overgiving money. It could be propping someone else up. Or I do feel like there's someone here that if you've already done this, bravo, 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 bravo. There's someone here that may wish to come back in that holds this energy, but more than anything, this is about our healing journey rather than someone else's. The Hierophant is coming out to the Five of Swords, to Temperance in reverse, to the Knight of Cups. I knew there would be someone coming in with some sort of offer. I don't know why I'm getting this past energy. There's a need to remove something here completely. And if you've already moved it, to continue walking forward, because all the light is dimming. Life is withering at the core. Are you ready? This is like a rebirth. I wish I had the booklet to be able to get like the explanation for that. But, you know, everything, life is withering at the core. Are you ready? It's that energy when you think of an apple and over time it starts to degrade, doesn't it? Until there's nothing left. And usually the last thing to go are the seeds. This is like going through a tower that's made from wet concrete and you're moving through it very slowly. I don't know if things have been moving at a slow pace for you when it comes to love, when it comes to work, when it comes to these new opportunities that you're waiting to come in, and you're ushering them in as well by manifesting them. This feels, and that's why I got excited when I looked at these cards, this feels like that couple of seconds before you jump out of that plane with the parachute with the instructor, or that couple of seconds just before you lean backwards and dive into the ocean for the first time with this, you know, with scuba diving, or even like going bungee jumping. But it's the couple of seconds before, and then just as you're going over, everything seems to like stand still. I've done the scuba diving thing, and sitting like that and going backwards as you're going through the air, it's like everything pauses for a second. That's the energy I'm getting here. Are you ready for this? Because I heard that the descent will be fun, and I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. There is a need. There seems to be a real conscious need or urgent encouragement coming in from someone's guides here to navigate certain parts of your shadow that look at your relationship with money and then your relationship with value. So not everyone here is going to resonate with that, because some people already have worked through that. But this coming through, it's highlighting there's some sort of event, some sort of relationship, whether that is with yourself, with your mother, your father, your ex-partner, whoever that is, that may have I heard blindsided you in some way into making you look after them. I don't know if you had to really stand in your masculine energy, your divine masculine energy, irrespective of gender, and provide. And the other person was very much in their toxic feminine. It's not divine feminine, because there's a difference. This is giving me like Emperor in reverse, of being able to do things but then going, I'm not going to, or like, what's the word, weaponized incompetence. I will try. I'm going to show you that I do a bit of washing up, but I'm going to leave food all over it and then put it on the side, because I know that you're going to come along and you're going to clean that up for me and you'll never ask me again. Excuse me, it's that type of energy. But there's a need to address this. I had closure for someone here, because with the Hierophant coming out to the Five of Swords, Temperance, and then the Knight of Cups, Hierophant can mean more than one thing. And I know that this is somebody wanting to come in and be like, will you marry me, or do you want to come into a union, or shall we be business partners? There is another offer that will be coming in, and that's kind of floated and hovered through some of my readings. There's a need to prune back the weeds here, and I'm not saying that if there is a person coming in that they are a weed. I'm just using it as a proverbial weed. When people no longer resonate, it's because one person is either looking within themselves and is starting to heal something that separates them away from the, almost like the trauma bonding that put these two people together in the first place, or whether it be a job and a person. When we start pouring into ourselves, it doesn't matter what pace we do that at. Our perception on life changes. Our perception on where our boundaries are and how we want to be treated changes, whether that's in family, work, love. And there is a need here to, I feel like it's to do it with love or compassion. And do not mistake love and compassion for weakness, or for, you know, being foolish with whoever this person is, because you have Ace of Cups underneath. There's a need to let go of this person completely. And even if you walked away from this person, let's say 15, 20 years ago, if when I'm doing this reading and I say that, it brings up a memory of someone, pay attention to how you feel when I say that, because that could be your cousin. It could be the love of your life that, you know, betrayed you. It could have been a job that they could have unfairly dismissed you, whatever it may have been. Whatever comes to mind is the thing that you're being asked to look at, but lovingly. And it's not saying that you have to love that other person or that job or anything like that. It's how you treat yourself when you're thinking about it. Because, I mean, sometimes I fight with my inner, you know, my inner critic. And if I get into that loop of, well, blah, 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 and just like muttering away to myself, I have to catch myself and be like, what are you doing? That's stagnant energy. That's energy that's just going to weight you down. There's a need to do this with whoever it is, or whatever that may be, even if it's just a memory. When you're looking at that, there's a need to release it with love. So that another tarot reader said this today. I was listening to another one, and she said, you can't sit at my table, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to eat, or you shouldn't be allowed to eat. And that, I think that's what I'm trying to get across. Someone's guides want you to know that rather than harboring a grudge, especially if whoever it is that you're thinking of, or the job that you're thinking of, or the family member, and blah, 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 if it brings up any type of bristling or hostile energy, or it puts you into that energy of, I'm going to mutter to myself and I'm going to think about that person's a bastard, that you're being told right there, poor love, you do your own thing. You go off and do your own thing. You treat me like crap, and I've grown from this and I've had to heal from that. But you were partly a lesson. People, places, things, experiences can either be lessons or blessings. Because even when we view something as a failure, it's not, it's just a lesson. And that comes in the form of people as well. Because if that person is seen as karmic to you, when you were together, you were both karmic. And you grew from that. Maybe this person hasn't. And that's why you're being told to have a look at this. I feel like something's coming in that is going to be beautiful. But if this isn't focused on, or it's more to do with the way that you view yourself and that voice that you hear when you focus on that. If you feel like when you look at it, or when you view into the past, that you feel like you're becoming bitter, or there's a grudge or anything like that, dip back out again and be like, okay, maybe later. Be gentle with yourself is what I'm getting. Now, the Hierophant to the Five of Swords. This is doing something amicably. And that's what we were talking about. But the Hierophant is about legal proceedings. It could be marriage, it could be divorce, it could be signing contracts. That eye on the top as well, I'm quite interested on that eye. You have Temperance in reverse. This is very interesting because I feel like there isn't one set message that's coming from these cards today. When we're talking about releasing the past or releasing what isn't for our highest and greatest good, you have to think that all of the experiences that we have are interlinked, because it's almost like one of those games that you play where, like an interactive game like Bandersnatch on Netflix. Every choice that you've made before is going to affect your present and then the future. So the only way that I can explain it is this message coming through may be sweeping across childhood interactions, romantic connections, the work that you do, the work that you used to do, what was the first job that you had, and then your family, and it's all smushed together and they're all entangled. And when you release one, it's going to help to release the others. So if you have a really turbulent relationship with your father, having a look into that. Do you wish to try and patch that up? Are you able to do that? Is the other person willing and open? Do you wish to walk away? There's something here with, once you've done one, the other ones will fall into place and you'll be able to kind of prune back what it is that you want to keep and what it is that you want to get rid of. And I don't say get rid of as like, you know, throw them in the trash, but when you do one, the other dominoes will fall. And I feel like that's really important, because if there is a physical person that wishes to come forward again, this gives you closure when you've already gone, do you know what? I've pruned this bit, I've pruned that bit, I'm going to prune you as well. With love, you go off, you can't eat at my table, you can eat at your own, off you go. It will be so much easier, because this is surrendering something, isn't it? The Four of Pentacles in reverse is about surrendering or letting go of control. This is also for someone, this is to do with the way that someone worries about money or worries about abundance. And I do feel like there is a relationship of some sort coming in. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic one. It can be a partnership, it can be business, it can be friendship. But these two are equal. They're so different. They have their own attributes, their own qualities, but they're so different, but they're equal, because one has gone out and has been chopping wood, you know, to keep the place nice and warm, while the other one is preparing dinner. But they're both equal, and this is new. I feel like this is new to someone, whether that is the job that you go into, the next job that you get, where there is just this safe space to foster creativity, and to, it's almost like getting respect in a way of, if you have special educational needs, if you have disabilities, if you so on and so forth, having reasonable adaptations put in without even having to ask, if you always had to ask before. If this is a friendship, this is somebody who cheers you on and matches your energy, and vice versa. If this is romantic, this really is yin to yang. And I love this. I absolutely love this. And the Five of Swords is over that, which is giving me this is no conflict. There's no drama here. This is letting go of drama, or saying goodbye to drama. I need to open my window. It's getting super smoky in here. But it's saying goodbye to drama completely. Now I'm going to put this one down. For someone specifically, this is a romantic connection. Now, I don't know if this connection is going to come in while you are pruning, while you are removing all the things that you no longer want. You know, the things that are holding you back, or the things that actually do not help you to heal. Or if these two things are going to come separately, like you do that first and then this person comes in because the space has been made energetically. Or if this person's going to come in, maybe as a friend, as a business partner, that helps you to be able to prioritize what it is that's healthy for you and what isn't. And I'm not saying that you don't know how to prioritize in a healthy way. It's just sometimes, like I said, if you've been stuck in any type of dysfunction and it becomes normalized, we sometimes can't see the wood through the trees. And you've got the Ace of Cups here. With the Hierophant here, this is unity in something. The cup running over though, that's amazing. That's why I was getting excitement. There's something big coming. Something big that's coming. In a legal matter, You've got the King of Swords coming out, which is about the military. It's the police. It's the court of law. You also have the Five of Wands in reverse. This is legally being protected from something or legally being supported. For someone here, it could be removing debts. Especially if you have a past partner, past family member, past work that actually put you in debt rather than you creating it yourself. If that is something here that rings true, there is going to be support in this. It may be, for some people specifically, if you're going through this, it's going to be turbulent because this unhappy kind of family life, and I don't know if this is you living with loads of other people, you're a little family. If this is you living with a spouse and a child, a little family. If this is your actual blood kin, there seems to be like turbulence coming in that needs to be surrendered. It needs to be surrendered. You've got the Ten of Pentacles coming out. Because there is definitely this energy of, why did I hear bait and switch? What do you mean? Empress coming through. The Star is coming through. This is the energy of finding the right one, whether that's romantically, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but you get what I mean, right? This is a business offer also. This could be, I was going to say a contract. It's definitely a contract of some sort. Let me pop you down and pick you up. So I know Spirit wants me to pick up the Romantic Angels one, but I don't want to turn this into a love reading because I think I do enough of those anyway. And I kind of want to fixate and focus on us, on you, on moving forward with your healing, with your creativity. I'm not saying that you're stagnant. It's just these are the messages to help us move forward. Because a lot of my readings seem to entangle into love readings with somebody who did you wrong, and we know all of this. That's energy that I want to kind of like leave in the past. I feel like there will be a need at some point to speak up or stand up for yourself, and it doesn't mean having a shouting match, but I heard with finesse, with grace. Tell me more about the first row with the Reaper, Ten of Cups, the Temperance, and King of Swords. Devil's in reverse, the Star, and the Sun. Oh, and the Empress. Rotted. Okay. The Devil is about releasing. It's about healing. It's the 10th house. And usually in the 10th house, if it was in reverse, it would be a bad thing. But this isn't. This is surrendering the things that we don't need so that we can truly progress and can truly elevate our vibrations. Because you can go to therapy, for example. It may take one person a year to truly heal from something, where it takes another person a month, and they elevate more or less to the same level. Each of us is individual. But someone here is seeing the healing that you've done, which is why there is a collaboration coming in, or this offer. There's something massive coming in, and it's very exciting. For someone specifically, there is some sort of debts or legal things that someone else may have put on you. And I was getting at the start this over nurturing. If you've been in a relationship or in a family relationship where you were a carer, you were the nurturer, you were made to adult quicker than you were supposed to, You were just the provider and the other person was weaponized incompetence. There's something that was going on here at that time that may have your name on it. And if you do end up going to court, it may be a bit turbulent, but you're being told to stick up for yourself and you will win. Now you have the Devil to the Star. Oh my gosh, healing suits you. Healing really suits you. There's healing, someone's skin is healing, someone's gut, I heard, is healing. The more that you are purging, the more somatic release that you do, the more it's going to help your nervous system for someone. Remember, I'm not a doctor, but people can see this. Someone may be going through a glow up of some sort. Let me put the Star down here. This person, there is a person, there is someone there may be somebody who's watching you, who is seeing how well you're doing. I heard for someone, even if you have debt or even if your business isn't doing great at the moment, I heard the key to success is thriving first. So someone here has unlocked that bit of knowledge that rather than chasing after success, to thrive in what you already have, and then success will come. Okay, so this is very much about vibrations. The Sun card has come out. Okay. This is also, okay, someone may bring an offer in here. There may be a love offer for someone specifically. Please, I say this with love and kindness. Don't blow up my comment section telling me in shouty caps that you don't want love, because that's a wound to heal between you and God. That's got nothing to do with me. If that part doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. I don't need to know. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but it's a lot of energy that gets projected, and you have to remember that the comment section it's a safe place for all of us, and you can express yourself, but it's not a place for you to emotionally dump. Okay. Some people will not like that, and that's tough cookies. All right. You also have the Empress. So now we've got the Emperor and we've got the Empress. So whatever this relationship is for you, platonic, work, romantic, it is a very even-keeled one. Oh, interesting. Life is withering at the core. Are you ready? Give me some more information. I want me to go that one. Okay. Tell me some more about this. Listen, boundaries are so important, and I feel like someone's been really working on them. You have awakening in reverse with boundaries. That I do feel like the awakening in reverse is because something's coming that may test your boundaries, and if it's not a court case for someone or debts or something like that, it could be the return of a past energy or someone that just reminds you of that past energy, because the universe is asking you to look at that, let that go. So whatever relationship comes in next, whatever opportunity comes in next, you are open and you don't miss it. You don't look at it as a red flag. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of shuffling. And this one wanted to come out. Magic is in reverse. How interesting. Why is magic in reverse? Let me put that there. And dedication. I tell you, Spirit is trying to get me to turn it into like a really dramatic reading. Not today, Spirit. Not today. Because I keep someone's ancestors like, look at that though. So the magic card is in reverse, and it's next to the Hierophant, Ace of Cups, Emperor and Empress. There may be someone outside of your energy that is trying to stop some sort of union coming in, but this is old energy. This is something we already know, right? I heard night and day, night and day. So they may be doing it a lot. You've got Ultra underneath as well, but I don't really want to tap into that in any way, shape or form. I don't care about that right now. Ooh. Okay, let me have a look. Intention, wand is upside down. Okay. There is definitely a need to take your time, because intention with wand in reverse can be talking about someone's negative intentions, right? But the wand is also, the wand is about movement. It's about action. And we've been talking about someone sitting very much in their masculine energy. Maybe naturally you sit more in your feminine, but someone here has had to, because of circumstances, be it childhood, teen, 20s, past relationship, you've just had to go into your divine masculine energy more than you were supposed to. Now, with this intention card in reverse, there is a need for someone to slow down. I'm not saying that you don't have to be in your masculine energy, but there's a need to balance the two out. If there is any type of energy coming in from the past, anything that will need your attention or need you to focus on so that you can gain that closure, you're being asked to go in at it very slowly. That is why at the start, when we were talking about, you know, whether it's a memory, a person, whatever that may be, rather than allowing that to kind of take up space in your brain rent free, is to take your time with why it still irritates you or why it's still upsetting. You don't have to tell me. You can if you want, but you know, feel free. You're always welcome to, but you don't have to. This is a personal question for yourself, and there is a need to be very vulnerable with yourself with why certain things, when you think of a certain family member or you think of that ex or you think of whatever it may be, still has a hold on your brain or has a hold on something here, because it's intermeshing or interlinking through all of the things that now relationships, work, friendships to a certain degree. And it may be nuanced. You may not even realize that you are doing this, because sometimes we have wounds in our shadow. We have codes or biases that we gained when we were very little, and it's in our subconscious, and we don't even realize that we've programmed ourselves that way. This is why you're being told to take your time, but to look at it now. Yeah, look, masculine's underneath, and water. What do you need to wash away? And it doesn't have to be just washing. You've got homecoming as well. So this could be reorganizing your home. This could be to do with home, which is why I kept getting that sign for home at the start. This doesn't have to be the home that you're in. This could be the home that you grew up in. This could be the home that you lived in before. There's something very specific here. And I mean, I'm not going to be able to get exactly what that is for specifically you that's watching, just because there are many people that watch, so I'm picking up the general energy. The only way you'd get that is by having a personal readings, and my readings are closed at the moment. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, incubation. This is definitely a pause energy before we jump out of that plane, before we, you know, free fall backwards into the ocean. Something beautiful and big is coming, but you are being told to kind of slow down and to focus on yourself. And also, I think there's a need for someone here to focus their intention or their energy also in their feminine attributes. And I'm not talking about feminine attributes as in the way that you act or the way that you look, more to do with your divine feminine of creativity, intuition. You could do intuition exercises. There's a lot on TikTok, there's a lot on YouTube where you can find people who ask you what's inside their hand, and they tell you to take a deep breath and close your eyes and imagine it. And it doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong, it's about how you're flexing that muscle up here, that spiritual muscle. There's a need to dip into your feminine also. Doesn't mean that you don't go into your masculine at all, but that you're balancing that out, as I said before, through painting, dance. It could be going out into nature and speaking to a tree, whatever it is for you. And I always give the advice when people do not really know how to do that, how to tap into your divine feminine. What did you love doing when you were 8 years old? What could you do for hours and hours and hours on end, and it would feel like the time had stood still? It could be painting, it could be going out in nature, it could be dancing, it could be music, it could be writing. Whatever it is that you loved doing when you were a child, tap into that, because just like that child loved doing it, you still have an inner child. There's something that's developing within someone here. Because you've got, yeah, look, divine feminine is in reverse. I'm sure there's outside energies doing their hocus pocus and their, you know, negative juju and all the rest of it. But right now, this is not a focus, because there's no power or energy higher than your own, because your energy is unconditional love and God's energy is unconditional love. He flows through you, he flows through me. You know, it's oneness of all. Don't worry about those haters. This is about taking time for yourself. There's a need to slow down in something here. Because that incubation, once it's birthed, this is when you go into this free fall. This is the exciting thing that's coming in. Why am I getting like Benjamin Button? Because you know that card with the coming of the darkness. All the light is dimming, life is withering at the core, are you ready? It's giving me that. Also Benjamin Button, when he's like aging backwards, isn't he? Something's about to be, it's almost like picked apart or pulled apart. It is a tower. It's like you're going through wet concrete as a tower. Things have to slowly fall the way they need to, or crumble the way that they need to. But you are the one that's helping it to crumble. You're the one that's pruning back these weeds or pulling this tower down. It's like going into reverse osmosis, is that right? So rather than you having this solid tower that's falling with big hard chunks, they're falling and the cement is turning back into wet cement, and the bricks are turning back into sand. Because you're about to make something completely different, and you get to mold that. You get to mold that. That's really, really awesome. That's super exciting. Okay, what else needs to come out? Let me have a quick drink. One sec. There's one. Not yet. Okay. Let me hear the look. Oh, this one. Okay. Let's see. Worth has come out. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. I love that. And love is upside down. So this literally could be also to do with the way that you view love. There is, I cannot grab it completely, but there is this connection between the way you may have been treated in past relationships, friendships, romantic partnerships, at work, but it comes from family. It comes from those first relationships that we have when we're very young. Those relationships kind of build within us what's acceptable and what isn't, and they may be so repressed. And it's not saying that you do not know how to tap into your emotions, that it happens. We are human beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and we're humaning, right? But sometimes they can be so repressed down in the bottom of our shadow that we don't realize that we're using that as a way to seek love and validation, and to garner some sort of respect or response. Because worth being here and talking about you being worthy of love, and then love is upside down as I pull the next card. Divine source is the idea that no person, place or thing is your salvation, only love is. Now, I don't know if this is resonating for you, or if there is a specific energy, memory, person, place that made you feel less than when you were present in that situation with that person, with that job, family member, whatever. Now, this could be the energy outside that wishes to get your attention, and I'm purposely ignoring it for a reason. Because this is about how you pour into yourself. This is about how you pour into yourself. It's letting go of that energy. Look, sacrifices come out, and letting go is straight underneath. This is letting go of almost like the past identity of yourself. When we think about our inner child, our inner teen, our inner 20s, those are all parts of ourselves. They're identities of ourselves. Those parts still live on, because if time isn't linear, there is a constant loop, isn't there? And there's a part of you that when you were 17 that is still in that present time, acting that way, feeling that way. This is just, in my opinion, it's not fact, right? There's a need to let go of certain parts of those identities of you. It doesn't mean that you forget about your teenage years, or that you forget about your childhood, but there are certain parts. We have both the wounded inner child, wounded inner teen, and we have the healed, the loving. There's a need to take hands of both, but allow the inner child that sees things through joy, through happiness, through, you know, pure love. Let that one take the lead. Let that one take the lead, because it will help show you what you need to prune, and how, rather than just pruning the part that's wounded, how to heal it so that it's integrated. because sacrifice is here. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Come on. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. That's what I was getting this energy at the start. It's about compassion and kindness, but for yourself, letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. I'm going to leave the reading there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and that resonated for you, I would love for you to help the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I post. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I think you are super awesome. Know that my readings are closed at the moment. I think I may be opening them in a couple of days to do 15-minute readings only, because the hour ones take up a big chunk of my day. And as much as I love reading for other people, it means that I don't do anything else. So I will be opening up and doing 15 minutes at $99 or pounds? Pounds. £99. I'll figure out how much that is dollar wise, and I will put it down below when I open them up again. I will keep limited spaces just to see how long it will take me to get those done before I can do more. But yeah, love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.